fill those in and we will get started. Yes, Jasmine.
Never mind, that record button just hit, so I just wonder.
Excuse me, the record button, I didn't give any consent to be recorded.
I signed paperwork.
Yeah, I sent that in yesterday. You didn't get it?
Yeah, see, exactly.
No,
I sent it in yesterday.
So, it's not working for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it again. All of the people that are joining us, if you have questions, please drop them in the chat, and I will be dropping those in between time. And for anybody that's joining us, please mute yourselves. But I do have specific questions for some specific actors here because the people. I post some questions out there, and the people have some things they want to know from you guys. So y'all ready? All right, we're gonna jump right into these. The first one is actually for Draper. Draper, if you could, in a nutshell, tell us about Lover's Revenge, the backstory, and where we are, and up until now, where are we today?
All right. Well, I am Draper Winston, and I play the character of Eric. I play the character of Eric, and Eric goes through some stuff. So, Lover's Revenge, it started off as an idea that Alex had, and she was like, "Hey, Draper, we need to let's film this and let's get it out." I said, "Cool, I'm with it." And our friend Marvin wrote it, and of course, I'm a fan of his writing, so I was like, "Well, let's do this and let's make it happen." So we filmed it, and it was we just posted it to Instagram, and so it hit Instagram, and it got like 1,000 views, like really fast, like within a few days, within a week or something like that. And so it all started off with Eric telling Alicia that, "Hey, I don't know how you could," and this is part one, "I don't know how you could be pregnant when I'm sterile. So how you do that?" And the comments have been going nuts. I've been hearing it's a miracle baby, Jesus believes in miracles and all that. So I've been hearing all of that go on, in all the comments. The comments have been out of this world. And so that's kind of what Lover's Revenge is in a nutshell. It started with those two, and it's kind of morphed and become its own train, if you will, with the other characters coming in. And it's been a whirlwind that has been happening with Eric, Alicia, and the rest of the group.
All right. Well, before we get deeper into that, go ahead, everybody on my cast. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know who you're playing, Mr. Tony. If you want to kick it off first, since you're the next bubble on my screen.
All right. So I'm Tony Williams. I was playing the role of Tim. I am playing the role of Tim. And yeah, it's been fun. Tim is, I think everybody believes Tim is crazy, but Tim doesn't believe he's crazy. Tim believes that he's doing something that he has to do. And that's all I'm gonna say. I came onto this project. Alex messaged me after, I guess, they got all the views and everything on episode 1, and I was excited. I'm a fan of Alex and Draper, so I mean, I guess excited is an understatement. But having said that, when I came in, I didn't want to mess up the pace of everything. I love how they did everything in episode 1. It wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow. It was real smooth. So my biggest thing was not interrupting that, and just developing chemistry with them and just keeping it moving. So yeah.
All right, Jasmine, let us hear a little doodah from you, boo.
Hey, off mute. I am Jasmine. I played the role of Chelsea. Eric is my baby daddy. And I'm a director. I'm in the bureau. And detective, trying to look out for him and just trying to live my life for my children, because my children are everything to me. And episode 5 is coming. So I was trying to protect him, but that's how it goes. So I'm gonna be a fly on the wall, and I'm gonna pass it on down to Lauren.
You're on mute, Lauren. We can't hear you, boo.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nadir Shakir, and I play Lauren. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Mr. Frazier. Oh, Mr. Frazier.
Yeah, I gotta get situated.
There you go.
Yeah, Wes Frazier. I played Detective Thorner, Judge Thorner.
Yeah, it's a little backstory behind that name, but we're gonna get into that a little later.
It's really not. I just chose the corniest name on the fly.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Marvin Dejon. You gonna give a little intro?
No. So yeah, about his name change. He had a name. He just decided he wanted to do his own thing. I've been very lenient with this process, but I'm a writer, director, producer out of Dallas. My handle on everything is Marvin Dejon, even on YouTube. So I have other content, and that's how I kind of came in contact with everyone in the circle, in the group. Basically, we've all kind of been working with each other for a number of years, and now, we decided to just do this collaboration, and it's kind of taken off into its own other thing, and it's been a wonderful process.
Yes. And just for those newbies that I see, we got some more people in the group. Thank you guys so much for joining our Zoom. Feel free to drop any question, any comment, any concern into the chat. We will definitely answer your questions. I'm going to filter those in. But this is an open floor, guys. Talk to us. This is what we're here for. We wanted to say personally, thank you so much for watching, and let's get right into it. So I'm not going to waste any more time. My next question, honestly, is for Mr. Marvin Dejon. So I know Draper kind of mentioned I brought it up, but truthfully, this is your story. Tell us about this journey, because this story started out something different.
Yeah, it started off many things. It popped in my head in 2008, like, so many years ago. I don't even think I'm that old. I think I was like still in, diapers when this idea came to life. And basically it was like, how do you catch somebody cheating, like, without like walking in on them doing the do? So it just kind of popped in my head at the job, and I was like, okay, I'm going to see what I can do with it. So I was working with Draper and Wes at the time, and me and another friend, and we shot something then. And I didn't like it. I'm very particular. And I didn't like it. So I had it on the internet, and then I took it off the internet. That's a thing that I've done with my creativity. You'll see that change soon enough. But essentially I was like, nope, doesn't work. So years later, I revisited it and decided I was going to turn it into a film. Ironically, both Jasmine and Tony were in that process as well. And it was called Adapt. And I was going to adapt an idea into a movie. And yeah, I miscast it. So I was like, nope, done with this. So I put it away. And then over time, I just kind of let it sit. And Alex was like, oh, I need a scene. I want to do some acting, but I don't have, anything right now. So I want to like keep my whistle wet. I was like, okay, cool. Let's take this. Let's do something new with it. And I was like, I'll turn this into like a little, 5-minute film. And literally it's become this. And I was like, I was just from week to week making it up as I went. I mean, honestly, just straight up off the head. Like, we wrote, the first one was literally supposed to be its own thing, wrapped, done, over with. But now it's turned into this, and now I'm just like, okay, we just go see where this ball bounces.
Absolutely. And you guys, for those of y'all that don't know, I've worked with these guys for a number of years, and Marvin's always been a creative genius. But I had to. Something about this particular piece stuck with me, and I was like, no, we need to make an extended version, because when we dropped it back then, it got buzz, but not, of course, what we got today. But nevertheless, it was a piece that we just couldn't let die, and obviously, I guess you guys felt the same. So something I do want to ask, especially for my creatives that may be on here as well, Nadir, this question is actually for you, love. There was a very beautiful moment that happened during filming. I've actually seen it happen with you twice that I can count, where you'll get so in depth and so involved in that moment. And after the director calls cut, it still happens. It's still there. It's still very much a part of you. And, it takes you a minute to come out of that. So tell me more so about that moment after and kind of what goes through your head. I don't want to give it away, but she had another one of these moments in episode 5, but I'll let Nadir take it from there.
Well, I think it goes with proper, I would call it having a proper process within the art, being so close and being so a part of what's going on that it kind of overtakes you. Not to the point where you like, okay, I need 5 minutes, y'all. I can't do it. No one wants to work with an actor like that. I'm telling y'all, they don't. But I mean, you know, you need 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then like, okay, I'm good. No, I'm good. It's cool. It's cool. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I mean, over the years of taking a little bit of everybody's techniques and making a Nadira pot, it's just what I have. So I account it to just proper planning and just giving yourself completely to the scene, giving yourself completely to the moment, because that moment is real. It might not be happening to Nadira, but it's happening to Lauren, it's happening to Jessica, it's happening somewhere in someone's life. So you're telling somebody's truth. So I think that that's what that is.
Awesome. To piggyback off of that, Jasmine, you officially became a director a couple times during this whole process. And when I tell you, I can speak for myself, and I know others can contest, you pulled some things out of me. I'm just curious, what is your process like in preparing for Chelsea? How did you study for her?
Well, honestly, I study her like just my normal process. I just look over the scripts. Like you said, I saw you say it in another movie. I see what I say about myself, what people say about myself, my character. I figure out how she's gonna look, because the way you look and the way you feel have a lot to do with how you interact with people. And like Nadira just said, and after you do that groundwork, after you figure out what you're saying and why you're saying it, you allow yourself to just be in that moment. And that's what brings those tears and those emotions. And what Draper did, that's going to come out in episode 5, just allowing yourself to be in that moment to feel that character, because these characters are real people. And just allowing those people to come out. And that's what I do. I just try to make it as real as possible. This is somebody's life, and you treat it like a life, because it is. So that's all I do.
Absolutely, 100%. I do the same thing. I always have to give my characters a backstory. Even like in this case, we really didn't have one. We were running and gunning. Again, it was supposed to be kind of like one and done, and it wound up turning into 5, and you know, who knows what else, but we're gonna leave that alone. But so we had to make up our own backstories. And I say all that to say, Tony, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the comments real quick for this one.
Wait, hold on before you do that. Can I add one more thing to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I also want to say, I think it's also important that at the end, whatever you're doing, whether it be comedy or drama or whatever, it's so important to stay where you're at, because you just never know what that camera's going to pick up. And it's just important. You don't even have to be saying anything, and it could just be perfect for the director or the editor or whoever. So that's another reason why I kind of try to stay in it as long as possible as well. So sorry, I would say that.
We had a lot of those moments that I don't think the audience knows, but they weren't in the script. It just kind of happened after the fact. It just kind of little tidbit, just we felt that the character needed to say that, the character needed to represent that on their face. And we had a lot of those moments. So thank you for that.
And another thing I love, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna hop in. We just gonna take all this time. I'm coming, Tony. Another thing about what y'all do, which is so beautiful, is just those moments where you're not saying nothing. Mm-hmm. Those are the most powerful moments in these scenes. I think that's the biggest thing, the silence and what your body is saying in the silence. So that's another thing that I'm loving about what everybody brought to this production.
For sure. So Tony, on YouTube, this comment comes from Yep Why. That's the username. It says, I thought Tim was low-key crazy. I'm now convinced I can remove the low-key and just go full-blown crazy. I say all that to say, sir, what kind of childhood did Tim have? I'm just saying, because he seemed just a little disturbed.
I don't think Tim is disturbed. I think Tim sees himself as the victim, and he reacts as any victim would when they're backed against the wall. Maybe his was a little bit over the top. Maybe he did some things that other people wouldn't do, but that was just his way of going about it. Tim is not crazy. I'm gonna say that again. Everybody else just sees Tim as crazy, but then I didn't Tim say it. What was that?
I just had a little tickle in the throat. That's all.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Tim is not crazy, man.
I'm gonna leave a big old question mark on that little comment right there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right.
So this process, just to kind of shift gears just for a quick second, this process really has been unconventional. It's definitely not been something that any of us are used to, especially on the back end of things from the business standpoint. So I want to jump over to Mr. Frazier on this one, because he's been calling in last minute a couple good times. He saved the day several times on this project. So I just want to ask, what was your response, or how did you feel about the project prior to, and then, you know, what was the editing process? Because I don't know if people know, but Wes actually kind of helped edit a couple of episodes, if I'm not mistaken. So Wes, what were your thoughts prior to the projects, and what was your editing process like once you actually got in it?
I don't know. Editing is new for me, so it's not really a process. I really can't explain it. It's just I look and I see things, and I just have an idea of how I see a certain scene play out based on the looks. But what I feel like I specialize in is music selection. Now Marvin did a good chunk of the music, but there are a few tracks where that I threw in there that I feel proud of as far as these interesting selections.
They were good selections, I will say that. Speaking of Marvin and y'all's teamwork, how is it working with Marvin? Because I know you know him best.
It's fun. It's very fun. We get a lot done. I like the idea about seeing the creative process. Just the most random things can just occur. Everything is written down. You never know if it can be used later.
Okay. So Marvin, I'm gonna jump back to you for a second. What takeaways can you, or do you have from this whole entire experience that you can put into your future projects? What have you learned?
I've learned how to move quicker. I can tell you that much. Like my project that I've been working on a project for like a year, just, you know, writing, rewriting, just going all the way in on it. So like what this has done is showed me, okay, because I mean my ultimate dream is to be a TV showrunner. That's my truest desire. And so this was the pace of TV, damn it, because it was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, this week we got a show running. We got to get the show out by Friday. Okay, on Sunday I'm writing it. No, Saturday I'm writing it. Sunday we're shooting it, and I'm editing it throughout the week. So yeah, it's taught me to speed up, but I've also learned that I'm much so a planner. But so, you know, going forward, it's going to be more well planned out. But yeah, my takeaway is I can speed up. I really can.
And I know we have some new people that just jumped on. Hey, everybody. Look at y'all. Y'all cute. Make sure you guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, just drop them in the chat. I'll make sure I get to those questions. I'm checking the chat frequently. Again, say anything. Give us comments, praises, what you didn't like, whatever. Free for all. Just go ahead and chime in. I'll definitely get those in there. But this next one is actually for Mr. Winston, because I'm going to go back to the comments on YouTube for this one. Mr. Christopher Harley says, how could Eric not commit after all he had done? When a woman can forgive you and you still can't let go of your ways? Wow. This series gets better with every episode. Eric, what you have to say about that? Why you can't commit? Why you can't do right? Alicia is trying. Okay? She's trying.
Alicia is trying. But Eric knows Alicia is available. Eric knows that Alicia will at least talk to him. All right. Now he may not get the answer he wants necessarily, but he knows at least Alicia loves him enough to talk to him. All right. And so, you know, he knows, all right, he knows that any woman that he's dealt with, he knows will at least talk to him. They'll at least give him a chance. So he's a free-flowing guy. And as long as these women continue to keep talking to him, you know, and making themselves available, he's going to continue to keep having them around. You know, he's never going to just commit to anybody because he feels he really doesn't have to, you know, and he's cool with the comfortability of Alicia, but he likes the variety of every other woman, you know, so that's his thing. And, you know, with Eric, I know some Erics, you know, hell, I'm gonna be honest. I was an Eric at one point, you know, I was afraid of commitment. And I was like, you know what? I have somebody I'm comfortable with, but I don't necessarily have to commit. So, you know, I'm gonna have a good time until, something happens. It was, never just running around getting all these people pregnant though, but still it was, it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far with Eric just running around getting everybody pregnant, but you have fun. So I think that's the biggest part with Eric is just, he's cool with the comfortability, but he knows he doesn't have to commit.
Did you hear me, Draper? I said them damn Kappas.
Listen, hey, now don't you throw all us Kappas all up under. Now, yes, we Kappas do have a good time, but
did you graduate?
Yeah, I did graduate, and I got a master's degree. I graduated and got a master's, so yes. That was one of the things my chapter was about. Yes, we got to graduate, and I did graduate, and I got a master's too, so yeah.
Okay, all right. I have a degree too. I just want to put that out there since we giving out little accolades and stuff.
I mean, if we have to say our degrees, I have mine over here. So
that's hilarious. So I actually have a question for Jasmine again. Without giving anything away, and this is the reason why I'm asking you, but without giving anything away, what were your thoughts when you read the script? More so when you read the finale, like, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts were, this is crazy. And like Tony said, I don't think I don't think Tim is crazy. I don't. Because villains are never wrong. You know what I'm saying? They have their reason. This is why I'm doing this. And I thought, him and Eric's dynamic, I see why things happen the way that they happened. And people just got to be more careful with other folks' feelings. That's how I felt when I read this whole thing. It's about feelings. It's about relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you treat people. And when you treat people like Eric treats people, things happen. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'll be dang. Like, goodness gracious.
Whoops.
Wow, goodness gracious.
So actually, I got a question from Larry B. So 1 minute. It says, will Alicia ever totally go off on somebody? I have seen Alex in other plays and love when her character shows a little anger. So what you trying to say? I'm an angry Black woman? I'm just kidding. Well, to be honest with Alicia, and this is one thing I love about scripts and stories, and especially Marvin when he writes, this character, that's not her. That's honestly not her. She's needy. She wants, deep down inside, she wants that love. She wants to find someone to call her own. She wants the family, and she really wanted Eric to be it. And she has a soft spot for Eric, unfortunately. He plucks her strings a certain kind of way, and you don't get that lash out that you may typically have seen me do in other characters. But that's what I love about it, though, is because I don't have to play the same emotion in each character that I portray. Marvin makes sure he does that very well with each character that I've actually personally played. It forces me to find something different in each of those characters. So
I'll jump in, Alexandria, since you've been asking questions. Let me ask you a question about Alicia. Okay. Why is Alicia so accepting of Eric doing what he does? Like, why? What in her childhood or in her life made her so forgiving? Because she lets you know, hey, you ain't gonna do me this way, but it's always that, but I love you. You always feel that love. Why do you feel like maybe, why is she hanging around? Why is she not leaving?
I'm gonna tell you the choice that I made. So, personal experience, my grandmother never left my grandfather. No matter what he did, and he did some things. This is my grandpa we're talking about, the Rolling Stone era. But she never left his side. She committed. Now, different from Alicia, she got with him. She was at his throat. They had it out. They fought. But regardless, she never left his side. Come find out, he's the only man she was ever with. That's it. That's why she had that soul tie to him. So although Alicia doesn't have that soul tie, obviously, because she's clearly been with someone else, she wound up getting pregnant. And there's a backstory there. I made that conscious decision that was what I wanted. That's what Alicia wanted growing up. She saw that with her grandmother, that commitment, that loyalty. that's what her idea of a relationship was, for better or for worse. And in Alicia's mind, Eric was her for better or for worse. And she tried to the very end to make that happen by any means necessary, no matter how stupid she looked. I mean, ladies, y'all know we probably played a fool 1 or 2 times before with somebody. So I just really tapped into that. Thank you for that question. That was beautiful. Thank you. So kind of just to switch gears just a little bit, because Marvin doesn't say enough. So this is my opportunity to force him to say more. Yes, Marvin. I want you to tell us, who is Marvin Dejon, and do you write your life? Does this have anything to do with your life?
I'm gonna say I am Marvin Dejon. I am a writer, director, producer / other things, because life. But I mean, I do write my life, but I do not write it specifically. I put bits and pieces into each character, whether it be some type of something I went through, something I saw, something I encountered, that type of thing, whatever it is, I just kind of add that to my characters. And I feel like I'm a person with like 1,000 different personalities, but you only see none. That's just kind of who I am. So I just kind of add my little personalities that I don't let anybody see into my characters. So I don't write my specific life event like this happened, this happened, this happened. I just kind of put my energy during that time into that person and kind of add that to their backstory so that it informs what they do throughout the story. So that's kind of how I kind of apply myself into my writing. That's kind of how I make my soul into it, because I don't want to be on the show. I'm not an actor. I don't want to be, that person that's out there like that. I like to be back behind it. I want my name on it, of course. Bang like that. But I don't have to have my face on the screen. I don't have to have my face on anything. So at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that I write well enough and create characters and stories that are good, that make actors want to do what they do best, and that's act and create from an actor's standpoint. And that, I don't know if that makes any sense. You know why I don't talk? Because I babble. I feel like I just babbled all of that.
Makes sense to me.
I hope it makes sense to everybody else, because I think I'm train of thought.
If it didn't make sense, y'all ask for clarification in the chat.
Okay. We love you, Marvin. We love you. We really do.
We really do.
Hi, Calvin.
Really
Everybody, hey. Calvin Walker is here.
What's up, Calvin?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I see you, Calvin.
The legendary Calvin Walker. You said put your name on it, Marvin.
Hey.
So Tony, let me pick your brain a little bit, because you had to pull some emotions a couple different times, a couple different ways. They're definitely gonna see that happen here soon. Do you take that home with you? How do you turn that off? How do you take that emotion and not take it home?
No, I think it's like Nadira was saying earlier, it's just part of my process. And talking to Marvin, I talked to him a lot on the side about, is this cool? Is that cool? Hey, I'm gonna show up with a hamburger. Why are you bringing a hamburger? Oh man, just trust me. Stuff like that. And again, I want to say something about Marvin. Marvin directed me on episode 2 as if he had episode 5 already written. And he wrote episode 3 in like, I want to say 30 minutes. But yes, like that just credits his directing style. Marvin talks to me a lot, and I think that he helped bring Tim alive. Well, all of y'all did. On the set, if it was something I was doing a certain way that I felt was right, and y'all would be like, hey, do it this way, it was on me to not take offense to that, because I care about the project. So that's just, to answer your question, I don't take it home. I don't take home to the set with me, none of that stuff, because when I'm there, it's about the project. When I'm home, it's about home.
Good.
That's it.
That's good. We hear these stories, unfortunately, about actors that have to play these emotionally challenging roles, and sometimes that switch off isn't as easy. But I'm glad to hear that you found how that works, because I just see a villain in your near future. I feel like you just play a really good villain. You're the person people love.
Jasmine has a really good story about that.
Does she? Care to share?
I mean, well, it doesn't have to. It has to do with her. Jasmine, tell your story about how it took a week.
Oh, girl. Not a week, sis. I did a movie, a feature last year, and it took me 2 months to get out of the
Oh,
character.
2 months. Sorry, my bad.
It took me 2 months to get out of the character. She was a barren woman who couldn't have kids, and I told Nadir about it. And I got 2 kids, but when I came home, I was so empty from being on that set. It was like I was here, but I wasn't present. It's the thing, like, if you start with this character and you with this character for maybe a week, 2, maybe 3, you know, it's cool, but once you sit in that thing for like 2, 3, 4 months,
Yep.
I had to teach myself how to, and we worked on this, Draper, that's why I was rubbing your back. On Sunday, you have to work it out of your body. You have to, when you finish the scene,
Ooh, Lord.
after you get all those emotions out, you have to talk to yourself and remind yourself that that was them. You're okay. I had to rub that thing out that baby back on Sunday. I was like, baby, you okay? I'm here. You breathing.
Oh my
And
God.
you have to learn how to check out. And last year, Nadir, I really didn't know how to check out.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure now when I'm leaving the set, I check out. It might take me an hour to get out, but I check out before I go home. Because if I don't, I'm going to take it home.
Hey man, I actually had a character I had to play multiple personalities, and one was murderer, crazy, yeah, and then the other one was, you know, sweet, mild, and innocent. And somebody walked in a rehearsal one day and was like, she did that too. And asked my future husband, "Are you okay at home?" He thought I was, you know, taking this home with me, and I was like, "No, I know how to turn it off. There's my limits, you know."
Yeah, because also those people that are, and I'm putting quotations because those people that are crazy, they're not. They're normal to them. That's normal for them. That is who they are. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. So it is what it is.
I just want to say shout out to Wifey. I think that's your wife in here, Tony. Miss Yolanda.
Hi, Miss Yolanda.
Oh, yeah, she in here.
Yolanda said, he don't bring that home, baby, because I ain't going to take
No,
it.
he don't. No, he don't.
I tried it once, and then the cops got called, and then, you know, somebody had to say tonight. I'm going on mute.
Oh, okay, we're going to move on. I ain't trying to disturb no issues. But I have a question for everybody in the cast, so whoever wants to chime in first. Wesley, I want to know from you first. Have you ever sought after, like, revenge on a lover? Y'all think about it, because this is coming round table. Marvin included. Everybody. Have you sought revenge on a lover? Wes, start with you.
No.
Keep it short and sweet. All right. Nadira?
Queen B says the best revenge is your paper. So.
All right.
So, but no, I've never done it. I mean, besides the petty stuff, like, you know, showing up somewhere looking like a baddie, you know, things like that. But I've never like done anything like what we've done, you know, in the series.
Okay, good. Good to know, Tony.
There was one time it was a girl, Keisha, I was dealing with, and she cheated on me with this guy. I found him in the parking lot. I cut his eyelids off and took his picture. But besides that, never done anything crazy like that. All right, y'all take it easy.
I can't. Please don't take Tony serious, y'all, because if so,
Oh God.
nothing if that's factual. I just wanted you to, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't bear witness to anything. Marvin, moving on to you. Any revenge on any past lovers?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't take revenge. I just have a little rage. And I ended up kicking a dent in a car. But other than that, nothing serious.
No, nothing too serious. Nothing criminal. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I paid a deductible.
Well, that was good. That was big of you. At least you paid the deductible.
Yeah.
Jasmine, I see you nodding. You like you might have a story.
No, I don't, girl. I said that was sweet for him to pay that deductible because you didn't have to. But no, I'm the type that'll sit there and cry in the corner and I'll have a panic attack and then I won't eat for like 3 months. Oh. So no, my revenge would be to just fall apart in their face. They'll still be happy. So maybe that's my tactic, make you feel bad for me so you can come back to me. I mean, that's how I got my husband. Come on, you guys.
Okay, let us know then. Draper, any revenge?
I'm petty as hell, so I guess you could say, yeah. I want nothing as deep as this lover's revenge. You know, I don't have the courage to be as revengeful as Eric has been, or anybody else in the cast, or as especially as Tim has been. I don't have that type of revenge, but you know, just a little petty stuff. I was dating this one girl, and her thing was, no, you can't post, any shirtless pics, or you can't do, you know, you can't do shirtless shows. So, do a play, I couldn't take my shirt off. So immediately when I found out that she was doing me wrong, like the next 4 pics were like shirtless pics, and I was in the comments and all that, letting her know about the DMs, and just petty, just real petty, in the comments, stuff like that. Cause I knew she would be looking. So I was like, all right, well, you finna see all of this, and everybody else is too. And there you go.
Draper, I thought you was gonna say you took all the back of her earrings out before you left.
No, but I did do this though. I did do this. Okay. It was something very similar. I took out all the batteries in her remotes and I took them with me. So every time she went to go and try to use a remote, it wouldn't work. And I know she was pissed. And I know the reason why I did it is because it pisses me off. And I know it can piss you off too. When your remote don't work and you got to go and find out what's wrong, you looking at the TV or you doing this, you know what I'm saying? You done did that to the remote and it ain't working. You trying to figure out why? So I took all the batteries and I put them in my own remotes. So yeah.
Piper, when you took the batteries out of the remote, did she have any extra batteries around the house? Because if she did, that didn't work.
Well, it worked for about 30 minutes. And and I just needed it to work for some period of time. I didn't need it to work the entire, week or anything. I just needed her to feel a little bit of my petty wrath. And that 30 minutes was long enough.
You ain't got worked up a little bit over there, man.
Yeah. And it was a tough one, man. It was a tough one for me, man. It was a tough one for me. And I took it deep. It cut me deep, man. So deep I had to steal the baby's batteries.
That's funny. Have I ever gotten revenge? I'm kind of like y'all. I've done little petty stuff. Like she said, show up like a baddie, pull up where I know you're going to be looking so delectable. Done that. Do the party stuff, go dance with somebody else. I mean, there was this one time I did kind of like throw his phone. He was cheating.
That's property damage, sis.
Look,
throwing phones? What? We throwing phones?
Girl,
was it an iPhone or Android? I guess that makes a difference too.
Android. It was an Android.
Oh, it was an Android, girl.
Oh, you good then. You good. You fine. If it was an Android, you good then. Yeah, you good. Hey.
I give y'all one better.
All us iPhone users, we like, oh, it's an Android. Oh, you good, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Absolutely nothing. He'll be all
Go
right.
ahead.
He's on the phone anyway.
Turning everybody's messages green. Go ahead.
Y'all are a mess.
Throw it.
I was like a
Alex,
teenager.
I do you one better, girl. In college, before Apple became a thing, where we still have flip phones. That's a trigger for me, actually. My boyfriend at the time, who was abusive, we're not gonna go on that one, but he took my phone and snapped it in half. It was one of the flip phones that had just came out. I can't even remember. It was with Sprint. It was
the Razor. Was it a Razor?
No, it wasn't a Razor, because I really wanted a Razor in high school, and my mama wouldn't get me one. First off, I didn't even get a phone until I was in 10th grade, and it was a Nokia with the snake on it. But when I got to college, it was another one after the Razor. I can't think of it, but he just snapped it in half, and he never bought me a new one. I never got a new one from him. But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
I call Foot Locker girl, the girl that I saw come out the back door to go buy you a new phone. That's what you could do. Boo. But I've been delivered since then, guys. I don't break phones. I don't believe in property damage. No physical. I've been delivered to keep my hands to myself and my coin, because I don't want to pay nobody for nothing. But I want to jump back into these YouTube comments real quick. Again, for those who are just joining us, Please feel free to drop any comments you have, questions, thoughts, concerns. We are here for you guys. Thank you so much for staying with us too, by the way. Appreciate it. So this one's gonna go to Marvin. It's from Charles D. Alexander Trapp. He says, "Why ain't this on TV? I'm watching all the way from Belize. How does that make you feel, Belize?"
It's nice. I mean, that's real nice, especially that it's international. So I'm here for that. I mean, that's why I love being able to create and put it on the internet, because you can access it on the World Wide Web. It's worldwide, and so yeah, that's I like that, and I'm happy about that, and I want that to continue. So hey Belize, hey Jamaica, hey wherever. I want to come for everywhere. So yeah, I'm here for it.
Okay. Draper, what has been your favorite comment thus far? Because I know you done seen a lot of them.
I have seen a lot of them. One of my favorite comments was, why isn't this on Netflix? And there was another one, why isn't this? It was another one that said, this is better than what I'm seeing on TV. And I'm watching it from, part one all the way on. When is the next episode? So when I saw that, right, for one, the Netflix comment kind of really just blew me away. But then when I saw like, this is better than some things that's on TV right now, I was like, man, we are really on to something, and it was a great feeling to be able to have people receiving it. That's the biggest thing that one of the takeaways I've had is that people are receiving it. They've been receiving it since episode 1, and they've been sticking with it. They've been coming back for part 2, part 3, part 4. They're asking about part 5. And so I love that they're receiving the project.
Yes, they are receiving it. I don't know if anybody's checked the numbers lately, but I have. On TikTok, guys, when Draper dropped the trailer weeks back to now, we are over 1 million views. Like, I think it was like 1.2 or 1.1 million views, just the TikTok trailer alone. When I did the math, probably earlier today, total the whole series on YouTube has over 32,000 views. Like numbers, and they're still going up. The numbers are steady. They are. Their comments are steady coming in, even on the first part up until now.
Yeah.
That's why this was a needed. We want to say thank you so much, because without you guys, we really wouldn't be here today. We'd probably be working on something else. Who knows where we'd be? But I really, really want to say thank you so much, supporters. Keep supporting, keep liking, keep sharing. Gonna start just kind of doing fire random questions real quick before we come to a close. Wes, I know you read a lot. I know you study a lot. I don't know if y'all know, but Wes is booked a lot. What books or methods have you studied that you would recommend to other actors?
That's a hard one. I say study as much as you can. You can pull something from anywhere. Different roles do require, I believe, different techniques or different methods, but pull from anywhere. Life is your best teacher, for one, but also practice makes perfect. So for any actor up and coming or currently working, like we all are, train, iron sharpens iron. You're not going to get better unless you challenge yourself.
Absolutely. You have anything coming up, and before we let you go, make sure you let them know your handles. I know we probably put it in the comments, but.
Say that one more time. What was the question?
You have coming up, and let us know how we can follow you.
Do I have anything coming up? I have something coming up. It's a little secretive. Other than that, that's it. I'm just auditioning. It's really hard to book things right now doing Rona. So.
Right. Where can they follow you? How can they follow you so they can keep up with the secret?
Keep up with the what now?
Keep up with your secret project you're working on. They may want to follow you and figure that out. How can they follow you?
They can get to me through you.
Okay. I always do tag him in all of the posts. So
I don't hop on social. I tell you that y'all don't see me on there. I just don't.
He might.
But if it's necessary, Wes Frazier on Facebook and Instagram because I'm old and I don't feel like downloading any other apps. So Wes Frazier, that's WSFRZR. Keep it simple.
Cool. Nadira, boo, what else you got coming up, love?
You don't want to ask me about no books. I got books.
Oh, I know you study, baby. Drop some knowledge, drop some things. Go ahead.
Okay, so guys, there are many books that you can be reading. There's things online. This was the very first book that I've ever read. Ivana Chubbuck, she was the first method that I put into my wheelhouse. Then I started studying Miser and things like that. But this book is really, really good. It's called Actions. It's really good because it helps you. So when you have words on your scripts and you don't know, the name or like, okay, I don't want to, if it's a word, right? Like here, I'll look up one, like cure, right? They have a whole bunch of words that go with cure to help you say it, like different inflections, different ways. You put different oomph behind it. So it's like a thesaurus of actions. So this is a really good book. If you need some monologues, I have a 2-minute and under monologue book. It's amazing. This is a new book. I got this from an acting class that's here in Dallas. I studied with one of the people I studied with is Glenn Morshower, but I haven't started this book. And then I just finished class in LA. Jasmine took the class before me too, but these are two of the books that she recommended. Haven't started those, but y'all should get into these two. And then these two are books for like writers. I'm not a writer or anything, but I just feel like as an actor, you should get behind the lens of what it is that you're wanting to be a part of. So like this book, Save the Cat, is super, super amazing. It's basically for screenwriting. I actually went to school for screenwriting after I had to change my major. That's a long story. But it talks about like final draft and everything. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should get this book if you want to be a writer. So yeah, you should do that. But things I have coming up, Wash 2. Season 2 is out right now. Go to Amazon Prime or watchseries.com. That's something you might see 2 commercials of me out right now. One's for At Home, one's for NTTA. And I have something called, what's it called? What's Dark Treasure? And I play a detective in there. And then of course, Lover's Revenge, episode 5 is coming out. So, other than that, just auditioning whatever God brings my way,
All right.
Sorry, that was
Tony, what do you want to say to the viewers out there? And then after you do that, make sure you let us know where we can follow you or how we can follow you.
Oh yeah, I just want to thank everybody for their support. I know at this level, it's hard to get support of your peers a lot of time because you're not established yet. So for people to take the time out of their day to watch something that we've put together, it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to everyone here. So I just want to thank everyone for the support, for the continued support. I currently don't have anything coming up besides a project that I'm working on with Marvin again. But yeah, I am.
Pick up.
Can we
name?
Oh yeah.
What would you like to order?
2 suadero
Two
tacos.
What? Two tacos. Okay.
2
all right.
chileta tacos.
Cool.
All right.
You want? Let's over there ordering tacos.
Okay.
Did you want cilantro on them?
Make sure you get a lime, Wes. Get a lime. Get a lime.
Chileta.
Okay.
Marvin,
Chileta? Okay,
you can
got
just
you.
mute him. You can mute him.
Get a nacho.
Steak.
Steak? Okay. All right, I got you.
But yeah, so back to what you're saying.
Yeah, I was just thanking everybody for their support. That was pretty much it. Am I muted?
No, how can we follow you?
Oh, Nightcap, everywhere. NYTECAP, everywhere. You type it in Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Yeah.
Cool. Draper, the Draper Winston. Is there anything you can share with those that are still with us about tomorrow's episode without giving anything away?
Man, you see a different side of Eric. I think you see something that you haven't seen before with Eric, and I think it's good to see that I think it's good to see with the process, with Eric's journey. And yes, Jazz, I left very tired. And so to add to real quick, what she was saying was letting it go. Like when I left home, well, when I left set, it took me I drove around for about an hour and a half, like driving. And I stopped at every fast food restaurant that I could think of. I don't know. I was hungry, I was tired, and I was literally spent. And when I got home, I let it go. It was gone. It was let go. But I literally went to sleep probably about 20 minutes after that. And I slept till the next morning. So I was out of there. But it was, I thank my scene partner. I sent my scene partner, I sent Jazz a text, say, yo, thank you for that, for being in the scene with me and all that. And so it was a process, and it's part of the craft that we love. So you'll see a different side of Eric tomorrow. And I think it's good for y'all to see that side of it.
All right. And how can we follow you?
You can follow me at I am D Winston on all platforms. Just follow me at everywhere. I am D Winston. And I read a lot of books too.
Yes, you do read a lot of books. Jasmine, you still with us, boo?
Yes, honey. You can follow me at J Shanice. I wish it was Jasmine Shanice, but there's so many Jasmine Shanices walking around this earth. I need my name. Nadira, I'm gonna jump on the book train because I was like, y'all ain't gonna do me like I ain't gonna pull out no books. This is actioning. So the actions that you
get your book, sis. Get your book.
Actioning. This is how to make your audience fall in love with you. Y'all, this book is amazing. If you want to come over here, my bookshelf, we have writing with emotion, tension, and conflict. Like Nadira said, you need to learn how the words, the intention behind the writing, and that drives the characters. I have a whole lot of books. My Power of the Actor is toe up over here, so I'm not gonna pull it out. But so yeah, those are my books. And what I got coming up, I Love Jazz is coming up, y'all. I'm gonna shoot I Love Jazz with Calvin. You're still here, boo boo. Ambition is coming up, baby, with Marv. Ambition. So I'm excited to do that. If Roche is still here, because I saw she was here, I just wrapped up a short with Roche, and that should be coming out soon. It was great. Yeah, and Jasmine Shanice is trying to get on TV, y'all. So you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm working towards. I'm training and staying ready so that I can be ready for those television and film opportunities in LA and Atlanta and New York.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, and Nightcap. We gotta change that name, boo.
Thank you.
We gotta change that name.
Say what? You say something?
You gotta be Tony
You
Williams
say something?
official, or I am Tony.
I am Tony Williams.
I guarantee it's taken. I guarantee it's taken.
Well,
you don't know. Have you tried?
No, he didn't try.
Exactly.
And let me say this real quick. And this is my appreciation real quick. I ain't gonna take up too much time, but my first project that I ever worked on when I got here in Dallas was with Marvin and Tony. And Wes was in it. And it was back in 2012. And it was my first project because I'm from Alabama, y'all.
It was cold that day.
It was really cold. It was a sad day for me. But everybody made it so great. And just to be able to still be on this journey with y'all like years later and still have these relationships and just be able to have this kind of community is so amazing. Like I met Nadira when I met you in like 2017, 2016.
We were sorority sisters.
We was sisters, sis. And then Alex, like just just the fact your growth and seeing you blossom from a stage actress into moving into film, into the film spaces, and Draper, you just been Drapering everywhere, child. You just Draper. People just know you. They like, oh, you know him? I'm like,
what?
You know
I've been drapering everywhere.
You just be Drapering. Like, you Draper. And I just want to just thank y'all for this community and just being able to be in a space and create with each other, because you can't do this with everybody. And it's the truth. It's a simple thing. You can't create together. People get offended. It's just hard to be in this kind of community with people where we can have ideas and collaborate. And I really appreciate all y'all for doing that. So thank y'all.
I want to say something to what Jasmine said, if y'all don't mind. When she said that, you have to, take each other's advice and everything, everybody on this project made everybody else better. Nobody got offended when somebody said, hey, do this better, or, bring this down. And that's what makes it great. At the end of the day, that's what, and Marvin's writing. And yeah, okay. But besides that, everybody helped each other out. Nobody was jealous. Nobody was like, hey, I want this, I want that. It was for the project, and that's why it works.
Okay, thank you, sir. Y'all follow me on Instagram, official_Alexandria_, on TikTok, official Alexandria, YouTube, Alexandria and Warfield, and same on Facebook. Yes, I got Ambition coming up, and Ambition. You see the bang for Ambition, because that's gonna be the next one for sure. Just auditioning, still doing my channel, so y'all stay tuned. I'm always posting. And I want to save the best for last, Mr. Marvin Dejon. Thank you, sir, so much. Number one, for creating roles for people of color. And I know it's not because of any other reason outside of to give us more opportunity, and I thank you for that, because you actually create content that push us outside of the stereotypical scenarios. Even if the topic is common, you find a way for us to present it in a way that our people should see it. So thank you, sir, for that. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? Make sure to plug in how we can follow you and stay up to date on your new projects as well.
Okay. I'm Marvin Dejon. It's spelled Dejon, Dejon. And that's everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Marvin Dejon. So Ambition is my next major project. I'm gonna be doing some I'm gonna do some more collaborations like this. I kind of like it. I also just think that it'll help, as far as me moving forward, because now I'm stepping out of my own shell, because I've kind of been in my own bubble I've been at this thing for 15 years, and I've been in my own bubble ever since. So it's time to get out that bubble. So other than that, my thing is more content is coming, like that short that Jasmine mentioned, The Day's Work. I'm re-releasing that along with some old content. I had some insecurities, and I was like, it wasn't perfect, so I took it off the internet. So I'm just re-releasing everything. So everything is in the service of me building my audience and my brand. So my books, I have books too. I also suggest Save the Cat. That's a good one. But my favorite is Story by Robert McKee. If you are a writer, if you take the craft seriously, that is definitely a tome that you have to go through and understand. But other than that, The Spook Who Sat by the Door is like my favorite thing ever. So check that out too. Otherwise, that's all I got, Alex.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for staying with us this whole entire time. We really appreciate it. I got books too. I'm just gonna put this out there. Y'all done pretty much dropped all the books that I was gonna say, but Power of Acting, I'm definitely gonna co-sign that one. And I saw something that I'm actually gonna go buy now. So thank y'all for that. That was really a self question. That wasn't anybody for me. Thank you. Always trying to learn. That's all I'm gonna say. So
I got a bookshelf over here full of stuff. So.
And tacos.
Yeah, tacos too. I'm hungry.
And tacos.
I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you follow. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. part 5 is dropping. Lovers Revenge season finale. Comment. Let us know what you think. Tag Netflix. Tag Tyler. Tag Shonda. Tag everybody that you know that y'all want us to, whose network y'all want us on.
And Alexandria, your cousin is so proud of you. Shout her out.
Hey cousin. Hey Angel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'm gonna let you go. It's been fun.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Take it easy.
Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good night.